What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Right now we're on our way to Dr. Drift's to pick up a flywheel, clutch and pressure plate for the Datsun 280ZX. That video was supposed to drop on the weekend. Unfortunately, the clutch that I got didn't fit the flywheel in the 280ZX. So right now we're headed out to Dr. Drift's to pick that stuff up, and I thought that that would create the perfect opportunity for us to get the Fevo and put it on the dyno at Dr. Drift's and see how much power this thing is making. Because last time we put it on the dyno apparently wasn't set up quite right, and it wasn't a correct power reading, which I definitely agree with. So it read at about 150 kilowatts, 155 kilowatts. It feels a little faster than that. Maybe that is the power that it's making, who knows, at about 17 PSI. But we thought we'd take the opportunity, chuck it on Dr. Drift's dyno and see how much power it is actually making. Right now we're about to hop onto the freeway. It's always fun. Sorry, I paused mid-sentence there, but it's always a bit of fun giving the car some shit, getting it up to speed on the freeway. It's always my favorite part of the drive. So I'm really excited to see how much power this thing actually makes. And if it is 155 kilowatts, well then, you know, it is what it is. And the car feels fantastic, and I'm definitely happy with it. But my gut feeling is it's more maybe around 170 kilowatts perhaps. Nonetheless, we're about to find out. I just want to give you guys a shout out. I put a poll up on YouTube yesterday asking whether I should keep the Civic, because I don't know, I just feel like I've kind of maybe lost interest in the build a little bit. Maybe not. I've been feeling a little bit demotivated, I guess you'd say, with YouTube over the past maybe month or so, and so I thought perhaps about selling the Civic and using that money to maybe four-wheel drive convert this thing, or maybe I was thinking get an AU Falcon and do an AU Falcon build, which a lot of people are doing at the moment. But shout out to you guys. You encouraged me to stick with the Civic build, finish what we started, and you know what, I wholeheartedly agree. We need to finish that thing. It would be pretty crap of me to start a project on the channel and not finish it. Insert Wolf of Wall Street meme right here.
I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving! The show goes on!
Civic is not leaving. We're going to finish that, so hopefully that engine will be in the engine bay in the next couple of weeks. Got a long weekend coming up this weekend. Tara and I are going camping. I was actually thinking about making a vlog, because we have a camper trailer, taking camping, just time to relax. I was thinking about maybe making a little bit of a lifestyle vlog this weekend, so if that's something you guys are interested in, feel free to let me know in the comments below. But yeah, I'm just trying to find my motivation levels again with YouTube. This happens with everyone. You have your ebbs and flows. It takes a lot of effort and time and money to make YouTube videos, and you definitely have to have the passion to do it. And when you don't have the passion, you just have to, it makes it that little bit harder, you know. But summer's coming up, so hopefully the sun and the vitamin D reignites the passion I have inside of me to kind of keep going. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to enjoy this fantastic drive that we have ahead of us to Dr. Drift's. I cannot wait to see how much this thing makes on the dyno. Yeah. Tunnel pulls, so good. I love this car so much, god damn. I must say, this thing is so nice to drive as a daily driver. Like, after the alignment and everything else, it's so freaking good. Super comfortable. I think I might put another resonator in the exhaust because it is a little bit, maybe it's not drony, I just think that I'm getting old. And so, the older you get, the less loud you want your cars as you're driving them around. It's not that obnoxious, I guess. And it sounds pretty good with the SR20 manifold. The spaghetti manifold has made the car sound a lot better, but for some reason I still just feel like a resonator will just bring it down that much to make it really comfortable and just in the perfect range to drive. Who knows? I think I'm just getting old, personally. One thing I've noticed with this car is first gear is quite short, so there's not a lot in it. Also, these things are kind of useless off the lights with being front wheel drive, so I really want to four wheel drive convert this thing. Still good though. Funny story actually, I raced my friend Dave the other day in his WRX. Off the lights, he got me because this thing just spun the wheels. But when we did a rolling pull, second and third gear, this thing pulled on them quite easily actually. It had quite a bit more power than he did, and his is tuned as well, the WRX, so that was pretty interesting. So this thing definitely makes some power. It wasn't an STI WRX or anything like that. It was one of the newer WRXs. Not quite sure what motor they got on them. I think it's a 2 litre, but it is all-wheel drive, so yeah, that was heaps of fun. I'll have to video. We'll have to do it again, and we'll definitely video it next time. It was a little bit of a spontaneous thing, but nonetheless super fun. But we're just around the corner from Dr. Drift, so it's been a fun wee trip. Every drive in this car is just super enjoyable, so I always look forward to it, even if it is front wheel drive. We are here at Dr. Drift. Look at this, the beautiful Evo. Going on to the dyno. Wrong wheel drive, as Dr. Drift likes to call it. Woo! There she goes. Loaded up onto the dyno. Everything looks pretty good. We cannot obviously do any tuning. We can only run it up and see what the power's doing and what the fuel's doing and boost and all that stuff, but nonetheless, it's going to be fun. This is not the number. It did not make 212 kilowatts. Ignore that. Although that would be pretty freaking cool, but I don't think that really this setup is capable of that at this given time. Dr. Drift's just letting some air out of the front tyres so we can get some grip on the rollers. So it's strapped on the front, and it's also strapped at the rear to pull it forward onto the rollers. And then there's also the handbrake is on the whole time that they run it on the dyno, and the wheel chocks are under it as well. So definitely a different setup from the rear wheel drive stuff, obviously. So we think on that run, well, it was only running 13 pound of boost. I was supposed to be running 17, but I had to change the boost controller because last time on the dyno we borrowed cams, and then I had to put my one in, and I didn't really know where mine was set, so I was waiting to come to the dyno to set it properly. So we've been running 13 pound, and then we think that the wheels were spinning on the dyno, so we've just been trying to clamp them down and change the pressures a little bit to see if we can stop the wheel spin. Either that or it's clutch slip, but hopefully not. So we'll wound the boost up now, and hopefully we go again. Boost, so we just tightened the actuator up. We did a boost leak test, no boost leaks, everything's all good, so we just tightened the turbo actuator up a bit because I had loosened that off previously, so it should hopefully hold boost now, which is sweet. So as you can see, it kind of hits boost here and then drops off, and we want it holding about 17 PSI right the way through. Yeah, we're kind of dropping off here as well, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we're good now.
Yep, there we go.
Alright. Let's go. Alrighty, so we just finished up tuning. Really awesome that we brought it here because I didn't actually have the right amount of boost going through the motor, and we kind of tidied a couple of things up, did the boost leak test as well. But turns out the springy dyno, accurate. 17 PSI, 153.9 kilowatts, or 206 horsepower. That's how much our motor is making at the moment. It's all super safe, which is really, really good to know, because now our car is ready to take to the track for our first track day. So I'm gonna go home tonight. I'm actually gonna look up some track days and we're gonna book something in. Very, very exciting. But nonetheless, our wee single overhead cam motor is held up beautifully. I'm pumped. There's a couple of wee improvements I need to make. I've got a slight kink in the return line going back to the sump, so I need to fix that up, which is sweet, and just tidy the engine bay up in general. But nonetheless, thank you very much to Dr. Drift, who is always a legend to me, always helps me out. It was his idea for me to bring this down and chuck this on the dyno today, so thank you, Sam. You're a freaking legend. And if you guys have any cars you want to bring and chuck on the dyno here, Dr. Drift is your man. Front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, wrong wheel drive, whatever you want, he'll chuck it on and he'll do it. But I'm just freaking pumped on that. Can't wait to see how that 153 kilowatts feels.
The Springy put in, it's fucking sweet though. So.
Yeah, the Springy did a great, yeah, Dan did a fantastic tune, so all safe, everything's good.
So it's pre-flashing a Mitsubishi, go see him.
Yeah, yeah, Dr. Drift doesn't want your Mitsubishis here. Nah, he just, Dan has all the software and stuff, good to tune it. But when we drove here today, the car was making 115 kilowatts, I think.
Yep.
So now it's back making the 155. Very interesting, because it's funny, the butt dyno doesn't feel things right. Today it felt pretty good when I gave it some boost, but very light chassis as well, so it's kind of deceiving, right? Power to weight ratio wise. it's a fun car.
Probably felt faster before with the sketchy wheel on it because it was all over the shop. It was just gets the adrenaline going.
Yeah, that too. Dude, even with a good wheel alignment, the front wheel drive gets the adrenaline going. It just wants to go every which way when you give it power.
Much?
Yeah, torque steer for sure. It needs LSD, but I'm actually looking into the four-wheel drive conversion for this thing. No promises, so don't hold me to that just yet, but I think I may have found a donor car for the four-wheel drive conversion for this. We're just doing a little bit more research to make sure that we get that on point. Woz is going to be helping me out with the fabrication.
Go four-wheel drive, just weld the centre diff and take the front shafts out.
That's rear-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... I've already got enough rear-wheel drive cars, and it's bloody dangerous having this thing rear-wheel drive. No, but I'm actually very keen to go four-wheel drive. Also keen to do the dual overhead cam head conversion, which is quite simple. It's just a straight bolt-on, from what I believe. New drive belt, and away you go. And apparently that's going to flow more, earlier boost.
Yep. Yeah, flow more everywhere.
Yeah, which would be cool. But I mean, as it sits, this car is a very fun car.
Are they the same flange on the manifold?
Yeah, everything's exactly the same. Yeah, so turbo will be in the same spot.
Yep.
Everything like that. It's just a dual overhead cam head, from what I believe. So don't take that with a grain of salt, because everything I say on this channel take with a grain of salt, if I'm honest. Yeah, but freaking pumped on this. So now we're going to take this thing home. We're going to do a little test run, of course. Can't leave you guys high and dry. We've got the GoPros in the car, ready set up, ready to go. So we'll do a couple of pulls on the way home. But thank you, Sam. You're a legend.
All good.
My man. Also, let's go find that Datsun flywheel.
Yep, done.
Hell yeah. You. All right, we are in the Fivo after the churn. Oh, 153 kilowatts. The mighty Fivo. So proud of this thing, man. About to head onto the freeway. Hopefully there's not too much traffic and we can kind of see how this thing actually feels. Alright. Yaris in front of us. Oh no, it's a Kia something or other. Alright, yep. That's a world of difference from what we just had on the way here. The torque steer is unreal. So good. Also, just to note, I will be taking you guys on a POV drive of this thing in the hills. Not this weekend, obviously, because Tara and I are going away. But the weekend after, let's make some time. Let's go up for a drive to the hills and see how this thing actually performs. Good old Melbourne traffic, by the way. So many people everywhere. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Another freaking awesome Fivo video. This car is just keeps on blowing me away every time we work on it and do things to it and drive it. So massive thank you to you guys for watching this video. By the way, this car has 250,000 Ks plus on it. That's what it had when we started working on it, when it was that piece of shit way back when. So this motor still doesn't have any blow by. The rings are still sweet, everything's still good in it, which is quite impressive if you ask me. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next video, whatever the frick we're doing. Yeah, and thank you guys for all the love as well, and just the motivation to keep on doing what I'm doing. I really appreciate it. Until next time, thank you guys. Cheers. Peace. Bye. One more pull for good luck.